were the best. I thought organic eggs were the best, at least, until you guys clicked on this video. But one morning, I cracked open 2 eggs. Now, one egg, when I cooked it, the yolk was glowing. I swear to God, it was glowing. I was like, but the other, it was kind of bland, and I didn't really want it. Now, I'm guessing, just by the way you clicked on this video, one was pasture raised and one was not. Even organic. To be honest, organic doesn't even matter here, because pasture raised and regular eggs, their difference is astronomical. Because some chickens are actually living real lives like us. You know, you go outside. You guys can't see the view back there. Wait, no, can you? No, you can't. Park, right? We live healthy lives. At least I hope you do. If you don't, you gotta change that. But we live healthy lives. We go outside. We have fun. We play things. We have healthy food. The opposite is with chickens. The opposite. Well, at least for a majority of them. Because the eggs that we're eating, most of them don't come from pasture-raised eggs. And those chickens are forced to be inside all day. And they have no morning routine. They're just fed soy. And if you know one thing, soy is the thing that tanks hormones, and it's not good for your health in any meaningful way. That yolk. Some chickens are living real lives, and some chickens are living like no lives, and some chickens are living no lives at all. Now, and you're eating one of them. You're eating a version of them. Now, there's a hen indoors, and there's thousands of hens. Artificial lights, corn, soy, just fed that all day. It's like in a cage. It's like you're in a prison. It's technically free range, but it's not really. The chickens are in the prison. Access to outdoors could mean, you know, there's a door somewhere, but at some time, but it's not really consistent. And most of the time, like 90 to 95% of the time, those chickens that are actually laying the eggs that you eat are just confined inside, eating unhealthy food, and depressed. And overall, that's going to reflect in their egg output and the nutrients that they give. The second scene is a hen. Imagine a hen, right? A hen is outside. There's sunlight. There's grass, there's bugs, there's movement, there's wind, there's actual earth. It's alive, it's healthy, it loves its life. Which egg do you think has more going on for itself biologically? Obviously, it's the second scene. It's the chicken that's getting outside and actually has fun and it's not depressed. Chickens aren't just protein factories. They actually live lives and convert their environment into nutrients. And you are the product of that downstream system. Now, listen, the first time I tried pasture-raised eggs, I didn't expect anything. I just cooked them the same way. Same pan, same sea salt, same everything. By the way, you should use Celtic sea salt if you're cooking your eggs in salt. Extremely good for you. Now, I remember saying, what does this taste like? This tastes so different. What are eggs actually supposed to taste like naturally? Now, because we've normalized industrial food, because we've normalized processed food, we think pale yellow is standard. It's not. It's just not common. No, it is. It's just common. Now, here's the part that nobody talks about. Most non-pasture chickens eat corn, soy. I already mentioned this before, but imagine if you ate protein bars. Imagine you just ate the same thing every single day. You would genuinely hate your life. And wouldn't you want your macronutrient profile to be elite? You would be eating like the top nutrients. You would be getting healthy food. But chickens are fed like the worst food, objectively, and they're being forced to eat it every single day. Those are two factors stacked on top of each other, equally bad. Eating bad food and eating it every single day. Now, I'm not here to say soy is evil. Well, actually, I changed my mind. I do think soy is evil. You shouldn't eat soy at all. Wrecks your hormones, wrecks your health. Please don't eat soy. Consume it. But the very chickens that, lay the eggs that you're eating, they're consuming that if they're not pasture-raised. That is a red flag. Now, heavy corn, soy, now, when a chicken eats heavy amounts of soy, their composition of the nutrients that they receive shifts primarily to the fat. No. But chickens that eat a lot of soy, the fat that they have, like the healthy saturated fats that improve your hormones, improve your health, not like bad fat found in processed foods, but good fats like omega-6s and their ratio to omega-3s. Now, omega-6s are extremely bad for you. Most modern diets have them, but in translation, it means that you can be more inflammatory and more food can hurt you in the long run. Now, if you care, if you care about recovery, focus, metabolic health, hormonal balance, you need to strictly eliminate omega 6s. Well, not eliminate all of them, but fix up the ratio that you have between them. Eat whole foods and eat pasture raised eggs to avoid any sign that you are consuming any type of food closely related to soy or corn from the chickens that lay the eggs that give you that horrible macronutrients. Horrible macronutrients. They don't give you close to as many macronutrients as pasture raised eggs do. Now let's clear this up. Eggs in the United States do not have added hormones. And when you see no hormones added, that's normal. That's saying like gasoline. No, that's saying like water has no gasoline. That's normal. That's expected. You're not expecting to have, like, for say, gasoline in your water bottle. Now, the stress level of the animal, the movement, the sunlight exposure, and the forage diversity, those factors decide what level of the egg you're getting. Now, biology responds to your environment, and if a hen walks in the grass and eats insects and produces a lot of different nutritional outputs than one eating indoors on Monscrop feed, that's not magic. That's just biology. That's just metabolic nature. That's how chickens are supposed to act. If you feed it bad food and if you lock it up in a cage, obviously the eggs are going to be worse. Obviously it's going to be depressed. Obviously the offspring are also not going to produce as well of an egg in their future generations because of that. Now, if you're someone who tracks protein, is extremely conscious about their health, wants to improve themselves, wants to have better focus, better energy, better hormones, better everything, improve everything in your life, you would not want to consume anything that is not pasture raised eggs. Please do not consume that. It is one of the ways that you can technically consume something that is inferior, that's been shoved down your throat, but is really, really concealed because in our industrial age, we're meant to be eating industrial food, but that's just not the case. And this is something that you can change for the better to reclaim control of your life. Now, if you eat 3 pasture raised eggs and each of them are 10% more nutrient dense, if you eat 3 of them a day, over 10 years, thousands of optimized inputs. Think of that. Elite performances aren't built on hype, they're built on consistency. If you get even that small amount of nutrients and you know those nutrients coming from a good place, why wouldn't you want to get that? Why would you want to sap your potential? Get pasture raised eggs. Now, crack open a regular egg. Pale yolk. It's polite, suburban. Crack open a pasture raised egg. It's deep, it's orange, it's confident, it has hobbies. That deep color shows how much more of eye health, immune health, and cellular protection you can get with those types of eggs in the pasture raised region compared to obviously. Now, there's a cost argument as to how pasture raised eggs cost a lot more. It's $2 to $3 per dozen. That's actually only about like 25 cents per egg more. It's not that much. And you will spend like $7 on coffee, $12 on snacks, $40 on things that you randomly, like, you don't even know you bought. But upgrading like 25 cents per egg is not something that is extraordinary. And upgrading one of the most common foods that you eat is an extremely, extremely high ROI budget to keep in mind. And that's not supposed to be expensive, and health is not, certainly not, the category to bargain in at all. Now, at the end of the day, it's not about the eggs, it's not about the standards, it's about the biological output you put from those eggs and how much of a nutritional value you get. Do you want to get your food from sunlight, movement, real ecosystems, a healthy hen, or do you want to get it from a sick one that's overworked and eats soy? You choose. Now, the egg becomes your cells, and the next time you see it at the store, don't buy nobody eggs. Buy life eggs. Eggs full of life and eggs full of nutrients that you know will help you in the long run rather than non-pasteurized ones. I mean, non-pasture raised ones. Buy pasture raised.